What's up, spectators? Welcome back to an episode of Ace Attorney 6. We have just finally concluded that, yes, a medium is needed to obtain the power. It's right in your face about it. That means Mr. Otishan Wimperson's patron will need one too. And once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Everything's going to be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Politician can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Huh? Mr. Otishan, it seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can? What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Kurain, the birthplace of spirit mediums. I think I see now. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Kurainism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb's telling us to try channeling the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearls imbued my Magatama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner, it's said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Wait a second, then the legend is true? Do you understand now, Mr. Otishan? You're holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle would remain unsolved forever. There's always Pearl Faye. I could simply ask her to help. If she wants money, I have plenty to offer. Yes, just say it out loud in court! She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Kurain? Well, I don't know why I struggled with that. I was like, Kurain? Kurain? Which one is it? To channel the founder for you. He could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over. Now confess. You killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? It wasn't supposed to end this way. Mr. Otishan, are you admitting to committing the crime? You're my lawyer, right? Do something. It's true that I'm your lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. There's something else that's equally as important. And that's finding the truth. Mr. Otishan, you've sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage-taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right. And I owe it all to you, Apollo. I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Otishan, I must resign as your attorney. Does this mean I'm under arrest? Nah, it's not over. It's not over. Well, I have nothing to confess. I said I've nothing to confess. I don't, and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You won't find a single print of mine on it. All that means is you wiped them off, taking care to only leave Mr. Arbles. As many a great politician has said before me, no comment. In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from up above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor. If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor hallway over the coffee bar, that would place him right around here. Maybe... Thought of something. I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to the dropping of the suitcase. What am I looking for? I don't know. Oh! Take that! Appears to be a statement, but how is that related to this case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb, and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there, in her wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in the wheelchair. Yeah. Someone was pushing my wheelchair. I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat, as fast as my wheels could take me. She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Attition? And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he'd been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now he's neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better. But, this wasn't supposed to happen. No? Well, too bad, because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you, right here at this very trial. Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is this person. Take that! On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. While the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase, the same can't be said for the prints that got away. My fellow Cranians! Well, Mr. Politician, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium's all yours. I am not a crook. My political career, it can't end like this. I'm destined for great things. Something's wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream! Huh, what? Really? Oh! No way! Banzai! Wait, what? No, please! Don't go! Grandpa! Mr. Attition, are you dead? Bailiff, get him to the first aid station on the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. And it seems Mr. Politician can be considered a suspect in Dr. Buff's murder. Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Don't mention it. You were amazing today, Apollo. Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. As it seems both sides have no further objections, would Dirk Sadmati please take the stand? You're under arrest! This court awards the orb to the Defied Dragons per the stated transfer agreement. Should the Kingdom of Kurain claim ownership, the matter may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. Indeed! A trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. The revolution. Dirk's really serious about this. This court is adjourned. Nice work, son. We've finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution just doesn't seem real. Yes, well, to think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is, that's my boy. Aha! Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I'd have won if he'd been able to fight me head on. I see it more like you saved Mr. Wright. Saved him? Yeah. Remember what he said? He didn't have to bend the truth anymore. And it was all thanks to you. I don't know about that. Still, I guess it is kinda nice to be appreciated. Mr. Dirk? Now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you going to have a spirit medium try channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder. Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of the history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? A face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting to channel. Oh, right. Pearl mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's been crowned queen. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current queen of Kurain, Garan. So without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon. That's no fun. So, Dirk, what'll you do now? First, I'll start by tracing the route by which the orb came into Dr. Buff's hands. Since we now know it was Politician that asked the doctor to study it, isn't he the one who stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. My money's on someone connected to the royal family. Oh, right. You said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty scheme to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Mr. Wright has plenty of information, courtesy of his dirty client. He might be able to shed some light on this. Private Justice! That was fine work you did at the trial today. You did your sergeant proud. Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave your room like that. It's all thanks to you and Core Woman Sykes. With my siege defense over, I can finally sally forth. But the battle's only just begun. One for me and me alone to fight. To lose your mother and then your father. What a terrible thing to endure. And being wheelchair-bound doesn't help. Private Justice. I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to coddle me. I'm afraid I don't follow. Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me. Hold my drone for me, would you, Private Justice? Yes, sir. What do you mean, what is she up to? Are you kidding me? God, you're so dense! Whoa. She's standing. What's this? Sarge, you mean your legs? The doctor told me I was ready to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I'd have to leave the house. So I faked it. Makes sense, but I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa's watching over me now, and I'd hate to disappoint him. So, from this day forth, I'm going to march forward on my own 2 feet. What a brave kid, trying to move forward like this. But it must be so hard this soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. You just keep on walking, comrade. Stay brave, because there will be days when you'll want to stop. But I have faith you'll find a way to muster the strength to push through them. You can do it. Hey, Daddy's back! Mr. Wright! What's that look on his face for? Oh, Apollo! Is everything alright? She's safe, for now. Well then, we better go save her quick. Where is she anyway? I'm afraid I have some bad news. Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Kurain. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. That's right. Paul Letition was nothing more than a pawn. Maya's true abductor is in the kingdom of Kurain. What? I don't understand, Mr. Wright. What in the world's going on over there? But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Kurain to its very core. Revolution! I was being swept up in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what the days ahead had in store for us. To be continued! I'm conflicted. This is such a good time to end this episode. And it is 20 minutes, which is less than my usual. But you know what? I've got a lot of videos to record because Thanksgiving's here, and it really slows down my entire schedule. So, I'm going to cut this short by 10 whole minutes, end the video here, and next time, we'll start the next one. But hey, it's a clean break between this episode and the next one. So, it could be worse. So have a good weekend, everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!